There is a big man to my right. What's up, big man? Come
Speaking
on in.
Of guys,
come
speaking
on.
of guys wired to win games and win championships, Robert Horry joining us.
They're always taller than you think.
7-time NBA champion, 3 with your Los Angeles Lakers.
Yes.
Part of your Spectrum Sportsnet postcast, Robert Horry. How are you, man?
I'm blessed, man. Great to be here.
He is, of course, at Legends Attic in Claremont.
I'm going to sit down so I can be as tall.
Now we're the same height.
Yes.
I like this.
We need a lower chair, unfortunately. You're still not all the way there.
Yes.
You were on the post game last night, correct? For
Yes.
110-102?
And I was pulling my hair out watching that game.
Yeah?
Hey, you just can't lose to 3 bad teams in a row, man. And last night, LeBron, 40 for 40. And he was
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Was it what Portland was doing? Because they do fight hard for their coach, or was it what the Lakers weren't doing that made it so close?
It's a combination of everything. I think the Lakers got to a point where they weren't making shots, and Portland was making shots. And when you don't have Luka, another superstar, and you have like one superstar on the court, I'm talking AR because he's been playing like one. It's kind of hard to beat teams. And then you look at the most successful teams in the league now, they have 3 superstars.
Yeah.
And so now when Luka get healthy and AR is turned into a superstar, and LeBron, when he's I call it when his energy is full.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players in the league. I say energy full because he's 40. He's not going to have that energy every night. It's like a video game. Sometimes it's going to be depleted, and sometimes, but when they got the energy as a whole, they're good.
You talk about LeBron playing till he was 40. You played till you were 37. That's a long NBA career. And I know.
How'd you feel at the end at 37?
My feet hurt every day.
So I can only imagine how LeBron feels. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I said. When people talk about his feet are hurting, they got upset about the All-Star, and we understand why he didn't play, but it's a real thing. You think about all the guys who retired early. It's like it wasn't because they didn't have the juice. It's just something on their body hurt. And for me, my feet were hurting, and plus mentally I was tired. And LeBron has to do that think about it. He's been playing since he was 18. And he's 40.
It's a lot of basketball.
That's a lot of basketball, doing the same thing day in, day out, and then being dedicated to your craft. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret. My last year going into the league, playing for the Spurs, I knew I was done. You know how many times I worked out that summer?
How many?
3.
3 times all summer.
Because I knew I was done, man.
Okay.
I'm not.
Because you knew you were done, or because the workouts became so difficult because you're 36, 37.
Yeah, my workouts, I love working out. I had a great trainer, James Cooper, who trained like Vince Young, Adrian Peterson, a lot of those guys. Trains Trent, who plays for the San Francisco 49ers.
Trent Williams?
Trent Williams.
I hate your trainer. Okay, yeah.
But now I just, I just was tired mentally, physically. And he used to call me that, hey, you still got to live, man. Come work out. I said, okay, I'll be there. I never showed up, man. But, it just was like, I knew because my mindset was, I'm going to go into training camp. I don't care if they cut me because I'm still going to get paid. And I just was like, I just wasn't there.
At what age in basketball do you go from the young guy where your full tank is there every night to I now have to start doing maintenance to have a full tank?
10th season for me.
10th season was when it crossed
when
over?
I hit the 10th season, it was like.
And what age was that?
That was 31. And once I hit 31, 32, I was like, oh, crap. It ain't bouncing back like it used to.
So this is the three-peat season.
Yes.
I just went through your basketball reference and counted to 10.
Well, no, but basically it was my last year with the Lakers when it hit me.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that was I don't mean to bring up bad memories. That was a rough playoff.
That was a really rough playoff.
I've never seen Robert Horry not be able to make threes. I mean, it was astonishing, but that makes sense.
That playoffs cost me $6 million.
Cost you $6 million.
I'm so sorry to bring it up again.
Because I was going into my last season with the Lakers, and that was my most expensive season. Yeah, and they were like, we're going to get rid of you and bring in Carmelo. Yes,
oh, my God.
Do.
Wow.
Because he's cheaper and better.
You're batting 1,000 today, AK. See? 99, that bad year. When you are introduced to a new team and you're going to a place that has an established star, how do you fit in? Did you ever have problems with that?
No. You know what I did was we would go to practice, and after practice, I would go sit next to – when I got here, I would sit next to Shaq and just talk to him. Like, how do you like the ball thrown to you? What do you like to do on the post? And then I talked to Kobe, and when I went to San Antonio, I talked to Tim. I tried to talk to Tony and Manu, but the language barrier was a little different at times. But, I would talk to Tim.
Yeah.
Yo, man, and I remember the craziest question I ever asked him. I said, man, why y'all suck versus the Suns?
Yeah.
And he looked at me like, what? I said, yeah, the Suns kick y'all butt all the time. He says, man, I don't know what it is. I said, well, we're going to figure that out. That's not going to happen.
You solved that problem.
Yeah, I just checked.
Is that when you drilled Steve Nash? That was great. Yeah.
Robert Horry's like, this is simple, man.
Yeah. Hit him.
You haven't figured this out?
Right.
Take Nash out.
Did they come to you, though? Because I wonder, how does Luka do this with LeBron? Does he do what you did? Does he go and ask LeBron? Or do you, if you're the other guy, did they ask something of you at the same time?
I hope so. I don't think they ask anything of me because the superstars pretty much say, they know who can play the game. You watch their whole career and you see what they can do and you see who they play with. Basically, think about it. I just came from Dream and I went to Shaq. Shaq like, oh, you did this for Dream, so do the same thing for me. And now Shaq, Dream, I go to Tim. Like they really knew what you could do. And so for me, that was the easy part. Everybody always said, well, how do you fit in? And I feel like throughout my whole career, I sacrificed so much. People always think that they just had a discussion about this, like the people at the end of the bench can't play, or this guy's only averaging 7 points. Can he play? Like, think about this. I averaged, 7 points if you totality of my career. But at the end of the game, who did I always go to?
Big shot Bob.
I'm like, if they would have did this during the game, we wouldn't be in this situation. We'd be winning the game by 15 points. So
Well, I mean, Kobe truly trusted very few of his teammates over the course of his career. You were one of the ones he trusted.
Yeah.
I mean, he clearly trusted you.
He trusted me a lot because he I'm going to tell you, the first moment I met Kobe, we was sitting down at the practice facility, and he came and said, man, tell me about Dream. I want to be so good. And I was like, oh, man, this is what he was. This is how we worked together. This is what we did. And, he was one of the hardest working players. I think he is the hardest working player I ever played with.
Well, Kobe actually one offseason went to work with Hakeem on post footwork for a guard, even though, like, Kobe's post footwork, like his footwork in general, was better than, like, 99% of the league as it was. But he wanted to do it the way Hakeem did, learn those secrets.
Yeah, I tell kids all the time when they talk, I said, don't look at how Kobe shot the ball. Don't look at how he dribbled. Look at his footwork. Mm-hmm. Footwork can get you out of so many issues. You think about last night, and I'm bringing this up because the TV was there. Think about when LeBron got trapped like 3 times. Mm-hmm. He just did this, and he just threw it and turned it over. Yeah. Kobe would have pivoted, stepped through, and did all those kind of things. And I don't know if that was because of the fatigue or whatnot, but that's just a point that I can show you where footwork can get you out of situations.
Yeah, I mean, it was like watching a dancer's feet. Like, it was that choreographed. Probably the soccer, and he played soccer growing up overseas in Italy and that. I imagine that played a role in getting his footwork so good beyond just he was all into precision. Kind of
I was just talking to a little kid the other day, and he was like, what's the most important thing in basketball? I said, footwork. I said, this is going to sound funny. There's 3 things that I recommend for every kid to do. If you can't do dance, do soccer. Take yoga, and take Pilates. Those are the 3 things Pilates are stretching. Those are the 3 things that's going to keep in your longevity because, you think about what Kareem did. Let's take Kareem. All the years he played, he was like the first person to do yoga and all this kind of stuff. If I was as smart as I thought I was, I'd have followed in his footsteps and did yoga. Instead of playing, 16 seasons, I could have probably played 20.
If it makes you feel better, nobody's as smart as Kareem.
No. No. He's not afraid to tell you.
I always say, like, Kareem is the GOAT of impressive people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he could have skipped basketball and just become an author.
He's the smart man. Yeah.
The first long-form interview I ever did in this industry was a sit-down with Kareem. And I think I did it okay, but I was
terrified,
so nervous.
Oh, I bet.
It's like, I don't want to ask a stupid question, and I'm worried anything I ask Kareem could feel stupid to him.
Kind of like right now with
smart.
him. I'm just
No. But I had the pleasure of going to this NBA function in London with Kareem, and we were talking. I'm just sitting there like a little kid, like, wow, he's actually talking to me. He's actually giving me advice. He's actually engaging with me, and it was so mesmerizing because when you look at all the phenomenal athletes, when you talk about icons, like he is a true icon, and it always makes me mad when we always talk about the GOAT situation. We never really talk about him, because he was, you talk about one of the reasons you call LeBron the GOAT is because of his longevity. Kareem had that before anybody, and then plus he went to college. So that's 3
and
extra
they
years
changed
right
the rules in college
for him
because of him.
Those lists are always subjective. They are. How many rings do you have?
Only 7.
Only 7 rings. Only 7 rings. So, and you've got the nickname Big Shot Bob. So, when it's coming to you in that moment, what is your mindset? Why are you so calm in those moments?
I don't care.
At all.
Don't care. You know, and I say that in a great way, not like to be a butthole about it. It's like I don't care. And I say that because if you care too much, you're going to overthink it.
Okay.
If you don't care and you say, hey, you don't, like I tell everybody, it's just like when you get up in the morning, you walk to the bathroom, you don't go left, right, left. You just do it, right?
Yeah.
I know that's a Nike slogan, but it's true. You just do it. And I don't think about it because when you think, you mess up. And that's what I was thinking about my last year with the Lakers. I always think about, I got to get to the season. We got a 4-peat instead of just playing a game and having fun. You know, and then when you start thinking, it gets in your way. Your mind can get in your way when it comes to sports.
Paralysis by analysis.
Exactly, yeah.
You know why I'm asking, right? Because of that stat that somebody brought up yesterday about LeBron.
1 of 29.
1 of 29 and big shots. Right. You're like, I mean, why even bring that up? I don't know. What does that feel like to have the ball in your hand with 3 seconds to go and you got to nail it to win?
Well, for me, it's a different mindset. I'm always having someone create for me. Kobe always created for me. Manu created for me. And you the man when you got to create for yourself and you got 3 guys coming at you, it's kind of hard. You know, I think sometimes we expect our exceptional athletes to be exceptional every moment they're on the floor. But you forget there are exceptional athletes on the other side, too.
Yes, they get paid, too.
I remember at the time, like, Kobe's percentage in those type of moments was pretty low, too.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you think about all the shots Kobe made. But, like,
do you know your percentage? Do you know your percentage on those shots? We know the big ones, the ones you hit.
About 100%.
I think I've missed probably 3.
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you're from Krypton too, then.
I remember shots like that against the Blazers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I only remember one. Now that you're talking about it, that one I missed against the Spurs, and it cost me the $6 million. That's the only one I can remember. Maybe because it cost me $6 million.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you average more points in the playoffs?
I did.
Yeah, because I'm thinking in the regular season you're averaging 7.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a big shot in the regular season, you only had 4 points when you're in the corner.
Yeah, you know, that's what I tell everybody. I said, man, they just didn't run no plays for me. And I'm gonna go back to the last game I had where I was freaking killing it in 2005 when I was with the Spurs. We played the Detroit Pistons in the finals. I was hot. I mean, when I say hot, hotter than fish grease, as we say. Pop ran no plays for me, none. So in that second half, like even that last play where I got the shot. It wasn't for me. It was for freaking Manu. I'm like, dude, I'm the hot guy. Come to me. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm the type of guy I'm a great teammate. I just play the game like it's supposed to be. Whatever you need me to do, you know, coaching, I'm going to do it. You know, you might get a little feedback every now and then, a little kickback. But
I'm the hot guy. I'm the hot guy. Bring it to me is some thinking, though.
That is.
You said no thinking. I don't care. But you care when you didn't get the ball.
He's glowing.
Yeah, but my whole thing is basketball is the simplest thing ever. You take advantage of the opportunities, you take advantage of the mismatch, and you take advantage of the hot guy. This is simple. You know, you keep it simple.
You going to do it, AK?
Okay, well, yeah.
Do the Robert Horry.
First of all, I looked it up. Your 3-point percentage in the playoffs was also higher than in the regular season. So outside of the $6 million season, you raised it.
Take that season out.
You raised it every year. Secondly, DeMarco and I were talking about this, and we wanted to ask. The classic, iconic shot against Sacramento, Western Conference Finals, your reaction afterwards.
Let me see if I can do it.
With the arms behind the back, kind of strutting. I've never seen a human being do that before. Like, was that?
I said George Jefferson. No,
that's my peacock moment.
Peacock moment.
Was that something you had ever done before? Was it spontaneous? Like, how did that happen?
It's just spontaneous, man. You know, every kid does the 5-4-3-1, but I've never done that before in my life. And if you ask me to do it again, I couldn't replicate it. And I don't even remember what to do. I just, I was just so proud. You know how Kevin Hart said, "Say it with your chest."
Yes,
I kind of said it with my chest.
Yeah, you did.
You know.
Because I mean, you're for me, and I'm a big beyond covering the team. I'm a big Laker fan in real life. When you did this, I was not even in this industry, so I could be all fandom. I remember where I was when you guys won Game 7 of that series, 2000 Game 7 against Portland. All of that,
hell of a run. Yeah.
It's not just your shot that has become iconic. Your reaction to the shot.
Love me.
And everyone around you. Like, everyone that's
don't hurt yourself.
Well known. And then you telling Vlade to shut up.
Yeah, it was so. People don't realize how much I wanted to be a Laker when I was a little kid. I had a Magic Johnson poster, and I was in college, and this is sounding weird. I used to give him a high five every night before I went to bed when we had games. And I just want, I grew up a big, and I literally almost cried when they were playing the Bulls in the finals, and Magic pulled a hamstring.
Yeah.
I was like, no. So, but it's, and then, to think about it, when you grow up as a kid, loving a franchise, loving individuals, and then you got to do it in front of your fans. And if I watch that clip right now, you can see the goosebumps jump on me just because every time I see that clip, the shot from above, and you see all the fans jump up at the same time. You see the ball boy Carlos run across the floor, and you see Mark Madsen like excited. It's just. See, I'm getting goosebumps now just even talking about it because it's just when you talk about iconic moments in Laker history, I'm probably top 5, and that's something to say.
No, I mean it's amazing. We were talking before about like Michael Cooper getting into the Hall of Fame, which led to the jersey now being retired by the Lakers, and the Lakers have that standard of we don't retire a jersey unless you're in the Hall of Fame. And guys like you and Fish and Byron Scott always come up as the guys that basically for any other franchise, you would have your number retired.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to think about the success of this franchise and then you being such an indelible part of it.
Yeah. You know what's weird? I got nominated this year for the Hall of Fame, and I didn't make it. But the thing is, I didn't even want to make it to be in the Hall of Fame. This is God honest. I'm telling y'all, this is the first time it's ever came out of my mouth. I wanted to make it just so I could have my jersey retired as a Laker. I'm not even gonna lie. Because think about what I just said, being growing a big Laker. That would have meant so much to me. And I don't know how Mike did it, but if my number got retired, I would have to have someone speak for me because I'd be crying. I'd be crying like a baby, like, man, I'm so happy I can't do that. I'm like,
high five Magic when I was 7.
Yeah. And so that would mean more to me than the Hall of Fame because I think when you talk about the iconic franchises, you got that green team and you got the Lakers, and it's just to be a part of that history, man, that, they would never be able to take that from you, be amazing.
So then taking this a step further, if you had been inducted into the Hall of Fame, you'd be going in as a Laker in your mind.
Correct.
Like above any other franchise, you'd be going in as a Laker.
Yeah, 7 years, 3 championships, that kind of outweighs everything. Even though I love my time in Houston and San Antonio, I just think that as a little child, when you have dreams, and then you get to go into the Hall of Fame, which was never one of my dreams, but and then to have your number retired as a Laker, man, I'm telling you, I probably wouldn't be real right now because I'd still be somewhat drunk right now. Because I'd be so excited, man. Not for me going to the Hall, but me hopefully getting my number retired as a Laker.
It is so refreshing to hear your content and remember the stories and the moments. But the refreshing part for me is your childlike spirit about your career. I mean, so many guys retire, move on, and all of a sudden it's like, that's when I played.
Yeah.
And you are still like alive inside.
I am because I love basketball so much, and I think about once you hit 40, I stopped playing, and then I started back playing again, and I was telling people like it's just the bouncing of the ball, the squeaking of the sneakers, and this is going to sound weird, even when you're running down the court and you can feel the wind hit your face. It's all those little things that are so special, and I know as you gotten older, I'm 54 now. I'm like I like, damn it, I wish I could still play, because we all start playing this game for fun when we were little kids, but then next thing you know, it becomes a business. And it turns into something else, and it takes a whole new, direction. And for me, basketball was, when they said basketball is life, basketball is just love. I don't call basketball life. For me, it was just love.
In baseball, it was like, for me, feeling the spikes go into the dirt, catching the ball, smelling the leather of my glove, all different, there's just so much that you love. And
I like
how about
people.
The part about getting dirty? That's when I played baseball. I love that. And my mom would get mad. You didn't have to slide. Mom, I got to get dirty.
Absolutely.
That's the whole point.
How many sports did you play growing up?
I played 2. My mom would let me play football. She said you were too skinny.
When did you know you were special in basketball?
My 9th grade year, I knew I was special because my high school coach would not let me play with the 9th grade team. And he says, you're going to play varsity. I'm like, why? He says, because you're too good for the 9th grade team. And I was like, but we can win a state championship. Back then you could win a state championship.
Every level.
Grade. Yeah, at 9th grade, which was 9th grade, and we had varsity in Alabama. But he says, no, we can play varsity. I'm like, but I want to win a championship.
Was it skill or size that made you good at first?
I think it was more so size. My first year was size, but I went from averaging like 10 points my freshman year in high school to averaging 23 my sophomore year, because after playing that first year, I knew exactly what I needed to do to get better. And one of them was trying to get stronger, but that didn't happen. I just had to learn how to, I started going, this is going to sound weird too, I started playing against grown men because they were bigger and stronger than me. So I went and played against them, and I learned how to maneuver because I knew I couldn't be as strong as those guys, so I had to figure it out, how to get shots off, how to separate myself, how to just, I was just telling Bilodeau, who plays for the UCLA, my son's at UCLA, that a lot of guys don't use this anymore where you let the ball take you to a shot. Most guys want to catch it, look. Like for me, I learned as soon as that ball was coming, I would catch it and turn it at the same time to catch you off guard, to shoot it over the top of you. And guys now don't do that because they think it's all about, oh, I'm a big, I got to be physical. You can be big and have some finesse to you too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
what happens when you see Steve Nash now?
Steve Nash, people don't understand. Steve Nash, my boy.
Really?
He was my rookie in Phoenix. Funny story. So me and Steve Nash wasn't getting any playing time because of Danny Ainge. We all hate Danny Ainge, right? So we were going to Sacramento.
So many reasons.
Right. We were going to Sacramento, and Steve like, man, I want to go to Santa Clara. I said, because he went to Santa Clara. I said, I'll ride with you. So we rode down to Santa Clara. We went to his game, and I was tagging along with him. They honored him and everything. And then we drove back to Sacramento the next day, and it was like, we ain't playing, so we don't care, you know. So we just, me and Steve were cool. I love Steve, but everybody thinks because I body checked him, I don't like him. But when I'm telling, I tell everybody, when the playoffs start, I ain't got no friends. There it is. I said, if I got to knock you on your butt, I'm going to knock you on your butt.
And you needed to stop him.
Like somebody needed to hit him.
The only way to dismantle those Suns was stopping Steve Nash.
Yes.
That's what it took. That's what it took. Robert Horry, 7 rings, 3 with the Lakers. Lakers icon here at Legends Attic. Thank you very much, man.
Man, thank you. It's probably been my most fun interview in a long time.
Hey,
thank you guys.
Nice,
Thank you very much.
There you go.
And because I'm glad you see that the joy we have for our sport is just
do.
amazing, man. It's just like
fantastic.
because it's a million zillion people out there would love to have the chance to do what we do, so we need to appreciate it.